Hey guys! Today I'm going to review Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS. It's Series 7, Episode 10, and it features Matt Smith as the Doctor and Jenna Coleman as Clara Oswald. And it was made in 2013. So Series 7 was Matt Smith's third and final series as the Doctor. After this series he did a couple of specials, Dear the Doctor and Time and the Doctor, and that was it. So he's nearly towards the end of his era, and it's a strange era, the Matt Smith era. There's some brilliant stories, but there's some really poor ones as well. So it's a real mixture. It's all ups and downs, his era. And unfortunately, Series 7 is lumbered with Clara, who's easily one of the worst companions. She's so wooden. And she's boring as well.
I have more expression in me face than her. She's bloody shite.
The show had too much emphasis on her character as well. Trying to make her mysterious and everything. Didn't work. So poor Matt Smith was lumbered with an awful companion. He's not a bad Doctor actually. He reminds us a lot of Peter Davison's Doctor. A young body, an old man trapped in a young body. So like they've got two personalities, young and old. I think Matt Smith did a great job doing that with his Doctor. You really can see an old man coming out of his character. It's quite clever, it's good. This story, Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS, great title by the way. I was really looking forward to it. I was intrigued. A story featuring inside of the TARDIS. And you do see a lot of it. It had great potential, this story. But unfortunately, as usual, a lot of these stories, it's a good idea but badly done. With this story it goes downhill about halfway point. It was when Clara first sees one of the monsters inside the TARDIS, and it's quite ridiculous actually, because the monsters are supposed to be a different timeline of her and some of the other characters, all burnt and everything. But why are the monsters chasing after them? If the monsters are them, why are they chasing after them? So like Clara sees this burnt version of herself. So why is the burnt version of herself trying to kill her? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's stupid. One good thing about the story is you do see quite a lot of inside the TARDIS. You see a swimming pool. The library's good. That's a good scene. So you do see lots of different rooms, but most of the time it tends to look the same, just corridors and stuff. So they missed out on a good idea really. They should have had more unusual rooms and settings. The story has sort of like good points and bad points about it. Well, one of the good points is I love the scene when Clara's in the library and she finds a book and it mentions the Time War, and she's looking through it and she finds out what the Doctor's called. But you don't get to find out, but she finds out by reading the book. That's a really good scene, that. Another good point is you see a lot of the TARDIS, like I said before, but a lot of it's samey. It tends to look the same, apart from one or two rooms. I like the bit where the Doctor confronts Clara, asking why has he met her in previous lives. That's a good scene. And also, one of the best things about this story is sort of like Matt Smith's performance. He does a good job. Even though it's like a bad story and everything, he's good in it. Now I'll mention about the bad points that I don't like about the story. as I said before, Clara's bad. She's a pain in the bloody ass, actually. She winds me up the wrong way at times. The ridiculous monsters, well, they're not really monsters, are they? They're just them in a different timeline. But they burnt. It's stupid why they're attacking them. That doesn't make any sense. One of the worst things about the story is the guest stars, this crew that scavenges spaceships and stuff. And one of the fellas, you'll not believe this, but one of the fellas that they're trying to make on, he's a robot and he doesn't know he's really human. But the other two are making on he's a robot, trying to kid him. And he actually bloody believes he's a robot. It bloody doesn't make sense, that. Like, what happens when he wants a shit? He's bound to know he's not a robot. Bloody idiot. Stupid story.
Hey, fancy you thought you was a bloody robot. I've heard nout's a bloody soft in me life.
I don't know why they do daft bad stories. Do you think that someone would tell them to rewrite the script and stuff? Like, they'd say faults in it. But they let it go and they make it. Also, it's confusing at times. Like, the TARDIS is damaged and it's all time inside of it's all funny. And you get confused. That's another trouble with the Matt Smith era. A lot of his stories can be confusing. And of course the ending, it's a stupid one. It's just the Doctor throws a bomb from his timeline into the TARDIS. And the other Doctor picks it up and he says it's a reset button or something, and he presses it and everything's reset. It's so convenient. I think the trouble is they've only got 45 minutes, so they have trouble writing an ending. So that's why a lot of the endings of these stories can look a bit silly and rushed and like illogical and stuff. So overall, what would I give this story out of 10? Well, the last story I watched was Paradise Towers, and I give that now. This one's a bit better, not by bloody much. I was disappointed with it because it could have been a really good story. It would have been good having a story set inside the TARDIS, but they made a right mess of it. So out of 10, I'd give this a 3. 3 out of 10. It's rubbish, really, to be honest. What do you think, Bones?
I give the book a note. What a load of old bollocks. Who the bloody hell writes this shit?
Okay, bye. Bye.